y'all, this is Deanna. Welcome to my channel. I am back with part 2 of my explosion box. I made this earlier, this sweet little cupcake, and I went ahead and I have now glued this bottom doily on, or scallop you should say, onto the bottom. I'm letting that dry. So now we're going to make the explosion box. We're going to make the box part. So I am starting with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And I've gone ahead and I scored it at 4 and 8. I turned it and I scored it at 4 and 8. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on the score line. And I'm going to just cut up to the first score line, just like this. Okay? And I'm going to do it on this one, and I'm thinking that I might keep these and fold them over. It gives your box a little extra stability. Okay, so I'm thinking that is what I will do. So I'm going to leave those, and I'm going to cut this one. And it's going to go up to there. This one, I'll use it to fold over to give my sides extra stability. Now I will cut up to this score line. And then this one will be used for this one. And then I'm going to cut this one, and that way I can fold it over for the other side. Easy, right? Kind of gives it a little bit more stability instead of just cutting them off. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to fold these in. I want to make sure my sides are all folded nicely and creased up nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold and press that down. I'm going to fold this one, and I'm going to press it down, making sure that the edges are even. And then I'm going to go to this other side, just like this, making sure that my edges are even. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to take my art glitter glue, and I'm going to glue these little flaps down. So I'm just going to add glue along the edges. And I'm going to take it and fold it over and press it down. Press it down really well. I'm going to do the same thing to the other sides. Press that one down. And I got 2 more sides of this. Pressing that down. And now one more side. I hope you watched my first video today of making the cupcake. I hope you had a chance to watch it. If not, I'll link that video below. Okay, so there we go. So now these are going to fold, and by me folding those sides, it's made the sides of my box that I'm making very sturdy. Okay. Okay, so before I do anything, I want to add some decorative paper, okay? So I've gone ahead, and let me pull all these over here. I've gone ahead and I've cut myself some paper, and what I did is just made the paper, cut the paper just a little bit smaller than the box, just so I can still see a little bit of the purple border on there. So just make it a little bit smaller. Let's see if I can tell you exactly what that size is. It's like about 3 and 7/8. Okay. Okay, so what I'm using this paper from, actually, let me grab it. I am using, this paper is by Pink Fresh Studio. It's been in my stash. It's not a birthday paper, but I like that it's got light, nice pink and purples and different things like that. So this one is called Noteworthy, okay? So that is the paper that I am using. Let's see if I can put that over to the side. So I went ahead and I've cut myself a bunch of squares, okay? So that way then I could just start matting these and getting this like exactly the way I want it. So I really, really love this one. I think it's beautiful. So I want to make sure, and I want to make sure that it's going to be directional. If it's directional, I want to make sure when it opens up, you're able to see it without having it upside down, if that makes sense. So I'm going to add my glue. Okay, and I'm going to get this over here, line it up. I like to line it up with the top. Get that over there. Okay, get that pressed down. I'm going to use my scraper tool and cut it down just like I did with the other day when I was making my last project. I just want it to be nice and sturdy. Okay, so I want to make them different inside, so when it opens it up, when you open it up, it's different. The outside, I'm not really sure if I'll make it all the same. Well, I'll decide that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to line this one up. It's going to go right here, lining up that outer edge. You want to make sure your beautiful decorative paper does not cross over the fold. Make sure it still can fold. Okay. I think I'll do this or this. Maybe I'll do this one. I'm gonna end up doing them both anyway. Okay. I'm pressing this one down. And I'm going to press it down really, really well. Now, one more side. And let me see. I think that I'm going to do the bicycles. I think that's super cute. Now, I know that there are some people that do explosion boxes that have extra layers inside. I'm not going to do that this time, but it would be very, very beautiful. Okay, lining it up. And pressing it down. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm also, I want to make sure that's down really well and make sure it doesn't mess up there. Okay, so I want to make sure I put something underneath as well. So I think that I'm going to do, I think I'll do this one underneath in the center. Since it's kind of like a print that it doesn't matter which direction it goes. So I'm going to add my glue. Okay, I'm going to get that down right there in the middle. Okay. And let me press that down. Okay, so now I'm going to do the opposite side. And once I'm done with that, I'll be back and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I've got my sides all matted and the outside. I did it all with this beautiful purple color. And so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere the cupcake in the center. That way then when she takes the lid off, it's a happy birthday. I think I'm going to add like a birthday banner on the cupcake as well. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and add, the cupcake in. So I'm going to use hot glue for this one. And I'm going to stick it down in the center the best that I can. And press it down. And it's going to go like this. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I think I'm going to get like a little happy birthday banner. But let me think about that for a second and let's start working on the top. You see how it's just going to be perfect down in there? Okay, so this is my sides. This whole my box looks like it's perfect. And so let me see. I want to also see if the butterfly that I had earlier, I think the butterfly would actually work. So I'm going to hang on to it for a second. Okay, so now for our top, I've already got my piece of paper cut, and I cut mine at 7.5 by 7.5. That way it gives me 1.5 inches on each side, and we have our 4-inch square in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just kind of fold on the score lines, and then we're going to do some cutting. Okay, so for my box, I'm going to, or my box lid, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut up to the score line. That way then when it folds, it's going to go in like this. I think I'm going to cut this right here, up there, and that way then it kind of will fit nicely. You can see it right there. So I think I'm going to do that. So for this one, I'm going to cut there. So I'm going to do every, like the corners, just kind of like I did the other one. And then I'm going to cut a little bit at an angle. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut here. Kind of hard to see on this darker paper to make sure I'm not cutting too much off. Okay, and then lastly, this one right here. You could do both sides, just do sides if you want, but it all is going to work out just fine. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to, and I want to make sure my top is folded very nicely. So I want to make sure they're nice and crispy. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. I want to make sure the bottom here is nice and level. It's still going to have a little angle right there, but that is fine. So let me add my glue. And I'm adding ample glue. I want it to stay really nicely. And actually what I should have did too, before I go too far, is I should have went ahead and added my piece to mat the top, but I think it's gonna be, it'll be okay. So we'll keep going with this. So now I'm gonna make sure I've got this one is gonna go underneath. And then I'm gonna just keep that down. Okay. And this one, making a nice little lid. Making it nice and flush. One more. Okay, and there. Okay. Pressing it down really well. Now I have a really nice lid and it's deep. Let's try it out and see how this is going to work. Holding up my sides, and I'm going to hopefully not pull anything off, and it's going to fit just nicely. I'm really worried. I don't want it to break because I just glued it. Okay, so as you see, it's going to fit. I don't want to pull it. I just got it glued there, so I don't want to pull it. Okay, so I'm going to let it completely dry before I do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to mount the top. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think that I'm going to use the same color on the top, and then the sides I might make it different. Okay, and then I need to also mat the end underneath. Okay, so adding this on, going all the way to the edge with that glue there, pressing it in the center. I'm going to turn it over and press it all down. I am runny nosed today. Just runny. This weather. Hot, cold, hot, cold. I don't know what to think about it. I'm going to add this one inside. And then I'm going to also cut pieces. 4 pieces for the inside and the outside. This makes it more sturdy, and then we'll do a little decoration. So I'll be back once I've cut these pieces. Okay, so this is what my box looks like. I went ahead and used this paper on the sides of the lid that has wording on it. I thought it was very nice. And then it's kind of still wet a little bit. And when you open it up, there you go. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of decorating now. This paper, like I said, it's not like it's not like birthday paper. It's just beautiful paper. So I'm going to dip into another collection for some birthday stuff here. Let me move this lid off to the side. Okay, and I'm going to go... I have a collection, it's called It's Your Birthday, and I want to use some of It's Your Birthday. Some of their credit parts. I had to think about that for a second. So it's going to be fine. And I thought I would use some of these. I like the happy birthday to you. Let me see. Those might be too big, so I think I might have to use the other cut parts. I've got some that are a little bit smaller. Let me grab those. So I've got these. So I think I'll just cut up. I need like 4. Maybe the happy birthday one, I'll use it and I'll just write a little note on it. But this one right here, I like this one. It says the birthday girl. And that would be cute. I think I could make a rosette and make something like that on there. So let me cut these up and then we'll get to decorating. Okay, so I went ahead, I matted the cut-aparts and I went ahead and adhered them on. And I've gone ahead and I put a white bow up on the top. This is from the Angel Wing Bow Die from KS Craft. And I have this birthday girl. Sorry, it's a little close and it's not focusing. But it says birthday girl, and I think it will go perfectly about right here. So I'm going to adhere that on. So I'm going to use my hot glue and just get that adhered on. Got to have a little pink in there, y'all. Okay, I think I'm going to put it down below so we don't cover up the bling on there. So I'm going to add birthday girl going across here. Let me show you that. Isn't that cute? Look at that. There's the cupcake. You can add a little bit of something down below if you like. Let me think. I had a purple bow. up here, but this one was too big. I'm still looking at this butterfly, and I just think that it's going to be too much. And even though it's cute, I think it would just be too much. So I might just leave it like this. Maybe some little jimmies around. And then I need to make a note. Let me find some jimmies here. And they don't even have to really be the same color. Just something for extra decoration. We'll put one down here at the bottom. I'm going to write a little note right there. And I think this has turned out so cute. So cute. Now, I'm going to also put a bow on the top of the lid as well. Okay. I might put a little jimmy like down here in the bottom. Just some little extra something down here. And I'm going to do that one. Okay, I think I'll just leave it like that, just some little jimmies. And look, when I put it like this, look when you look inside. How cute is this? Okay, and I'm not going to decorate the outsides. I just want it to be special for the inside. How cute is this? I love this so much. Super simple. Okay, so I'm going to make a note, get the lid on, and I'm going to put something on the top, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I think I've stopped for a second, and I think it's going to be simple on the outside, and I think I'm going to add the butterfly on the inside. Now, I don't have one that's got purple up here, but I think I might go ahead and hot glue this purple one that I had cut before, and I might put it, and I think I'll just put it like on the top right here. I think that will be sweet and simple and easy. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add a little glue there, and I'm going to layer this up. So it's a nice 1, 2, 3, 4 layer butterfly. And how sweet is it if I just add it right here on the top? I love that, and I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I might put a little tag, but other than that, I think it's just perfect the way it is. Gonna add glue down the center, and I'm gonna stick it on. Just like that. Look at that, and look how sweet. Oh my goodness, how sweet. And I'm trying to think if I want some little jimmies on the top. I think, let me see about my blingy looking ones. I don't really have, oh, I have like this. I could add some bling looking ones just off to the side. I can add a little bit of pink ones, just kind of like this. I think that doing this, that will be just perfect the way that is. What do you think? So sweet. And then the top is a little tight, but when you pull it off, I'm going to take it off carefully. I don't want to break anything. And there you go. And look at that. Isn't that so sweet? Y'all, that is just precious. I love the way it turned out, and I hope that my partner will enjoy this too. So anyway, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will make one of these as well. These have been around a long time. You can buy kits to do these as well if you just want to decorate it. I've seen them at Michael's, or you can just cut paper like I did and just make your own. Anyway, have a great day, y'all. I love you guys so much, and thanks so much for watching and subscribing. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Talk to you soon. Bye.